Today's episode is brought to you by Gustafson and Sons Towing, located at 29 Davis Road in Milanville, Pennsylvania. Gustafson and Sons Towing can handle a variety of services that you may need. Aside from 24-hour towing, they also handle winch outs, long hauls, shed moving, small or medium storage container moving, lockouts, jump starts, emergency roadside fuel delivery, and roadside emergency tire repairs. Got a junk car that you want removed? He'll buy that too and get it off your property. Go ahead and check him out over on Facebook at Gustafson and Sons Towing, on TikTok at Gustafson Sons Towing, or give him a call at 570-280-5890. If your car needs a ride but your wallet doesn't, call Gustafson and Sons Towing, 570-280-5890.
It's time for NDT Squared Circle Sessions.
Aaron and Justin light the flame, calling out legends, calling out names, and through every hold, every lesson, you've entered NDT Squared Circle Sessions. NDT Squared Circle Sessions, where myth becomes confession. Beneath the lights, beneath the skin, we break it down, we pull you in. Stories told in blood and tension. Feel the heat, feel the ascension. NDT Squared Circle Sessions. This ring is more than just a mention. Heroes fall, legends rise, truth found in the stare of eyes. Bell to bell, no second guesses, only truth in circle sessions. NDT Squared Circle Sessions. Whisper the truth through each confession. Step in the ring, feel the obsession. This is NDT Squared Circle Sessions.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fantastic episode of the NDT Squared Circle Sessions. My name is Aaron. I am going to be your MC for the evening. Alongside of us, we have a bunch of people from the Executive's View. But before I bring one of these clowns out here, I have to say that I miss my buddy Justin, who does this with me every week. He has to work because he's crazy and wants extra money. I don't know why he'd want to do that. Oh, but no. This gentleman, well, I use that term loosely because he's very rude to me. I called him last night on the phone. I could tell he doesn't even have my phone number stored in his phone because he answers, "This is Aaron." So this rude ass guy who said he hates me, even though he's a Steelers fan. So Jared, I think you got an intro for this knucklehead. If you want to play that, we'll bring the ass out here.
Step in the ring, it's time for truth.
Tag team chaos, here's the proof. NDT with that wild review, and the X6 break it down. Ringside view. Aaron and Justin brings all the chain talk nonsense, the thoughts that'll melt your brain. Now they're stepping in with Simmons and B. Cheers flying, hot takes nowhere for E. Wrestling roots to the modern flame. Legend promos in the belt game, from the locker room stories to the Tantron light. We slam the facts while we hype the fight. NDT, Pancake Mind, XX View, Wrestling Grind, Podcast Clash, talking real, mic drop finish, that's the deal.
Sir.
In my defense, before we even get started,
Mm-mm.
I answer the phone like that regardless of who calls me.
Why?
Because I like to acknowledge myself. Nobody likes to acknowledge me, so I acknowledge myself.
You're gonna start putting. You're gonna start doing
There
that.
you go. There you go. What's up, big dog? How we doing, man? Good to be here.
I'm good, man. I'm glad you're here with us. All right, so guys, you saw the post I put up yesterday. We had a big announcement. Aaron and I collabed with this. I like joining forces with these guys, even though he's a Steelers fan, but he's a big football nerd. I'm getting back into it a little bit more than I used to. So, Aaron, I'm gonna let you take this and explain what we're doing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure that we are announcing the first ever NDT Executives View Fantasy Football League. It's going to be a listeners league that both Aaron and I have put together. And honestly, it's going to be a bunch of us, and we want you, the fans, the listeners, to jump in and essentially donate your money to me, because I'm gonna win the damn thing. So essentially, how you get involved, you just let either myself or Aaron know that you want to get involved. It's the first come, first serve situation. It's a $30 buy-in. We're going to be handing out trophies to the first and the second place, finisher, and we're going to go at it from there. So I believe there is a graphic that my man Jared's going to throw up here in a second, but that's pretty much what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. The draft is going to be on ESPN. So if you do not have an ESPN account, it's a free account. Create yourself an ESPN account and join our league. Right now it is one league, but if the demand is needed, we may be running two leagues, and I may be taking your money in both of them. Who knows how it's going to be, man? But it's that time of year. There will be no Bills fans on my roster because the Bills suck.
His number one pick is going to be Aaron Rodgers, just so we're all clear.
Definitely ain't going to be that guy. Definitely going to be that guy.
Interesting.
So, guys, if we get there, we're going to run two separate leagues. We might figure out some way if we shorten it up and have a championship between the two leagues. We'll get all the schematics worked out. But for right now, send us a message. Send me a message or send Aaron a message, and we will get you into the league. We'll set you all up. And if we fill up, then we fill up. We'll let you guys know. But we want to get as many of you guys involved as we can. We plan on having a live draft party as well. We'll try to figure out date and time for that stuff, obviously. And maybe we'll do it like a real draft where we'll pull you onto the screen. You make your pick, we kick you out, or we'll just do a live reveal as the picks are being pulled. We'll figure all that stuff out. But we just wanted to get this out there for you guys. So go ahead, sign up. Let us know. We'll start making some posts about it. We'll start getting some business in for this thing. Good to go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get to work.
All right. I got one person already. Mikey Cook has already said he's in. So, Mike, I'll get you some information. We're going to start this off right. All right. Filling in for Justin tonight, our guy, Robbie. We've been pushing this a little bit. Robbie's got a benefit coming up. We'll put the graphic up here in a little bit. But Robbie's bored, wanted to be on the show. So, Justin's working. So, Robbie, come on out with us. And we also have Stacy, the queen of the Executives View, and Barry, who's kind of filling in for Steve, I guess, because he came at the last minute like normal. Sir, Stacy, how are you?
I mean, I'm great. I'm just preparing to win the fantasy football as the Queen's reign.
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. She thinks she's winning. She's not winning.
Listen.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop you. Stacey, you know I love you. Whatever Aaron said about how he answers the phone is erroneous. That's a lie. He will. What up, boy? What up? How you doing?
Thank you.
Why are you lying?
Thank
Stacey,
you.
how many times have you called me?
Absolute liar. He's a fraud. He has
See,
not.
you know what?
One number
You know what?
in his
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
All
This
right,
is what we're
Aaron, I
not going to
got
do
you.
on tonight. We're not going to do
Jared,
this on
don't lie for him, Jared.
I'm not so well. Okay, so I've known him for a very long time, and you know how he answers the phone with me. This is Aaron. I was like, dude, I know. Do you not know who's calling you?
every time. Every time.
Like, yeah.
Why do you do that though? Is that do you feel important doing it?
So, true story. So when I was young, my mom ran a business from her house, and so from our house, so we always had to answer the phone professional. And now, you know what I'm saying, my phone is attached to my ear all the time. I got business stuff, so I don't care. I just got to the habit of doing that, and so everybody makes fun of it, but every time my phone rings, it's Aaron.
The next time you call me, I'm gonna mess you up and say this is Aaron and see what you do.
But what's up, bro?
Okay, I have called him within a 15-minute span multiple times, and every time he'll be like, "Let me call you back in 5." He'll call me. I'll call him back and be like, "This is Aaron." I'm like, "I know. Your name is in my phone."
See, you ain't special. Everybody gets it.
I'm like at least top 5.
You are saved in my favorites.
Wow.
Barry, you heard that? Barry, you heard that, right?
I hear him. I mean, everybody.
You ain't special.
I listen. I'm like, what up? So everybody gets a little bit.
Maybe this guy gonna have to earn his way back into the stream here in a few minutes.
That's just my feelings.
Yeah, he's a clown. He's a clown.
I love you too, villain.
All right, let's leave Aaron alone before he starts curling up in a fetal position and crying or some shit. I'm gonna let this be a free for all tonight. We have Saturday night main event coming up on Saturday. Obviously, I know we're gonna probably touch on women's evolution because that's gonna be something else. It's a free for all. There's no format. There's no nothing to talk about.
There's a lot going on, Aaron. I mean, geez, you got that. You got the Great American Bash. You got All In. You got Partridge in the Pear Tree. I mean, what isn't going on this weekend?
What do you want to talk about? Let's steal some Cody Rhodes lines. I do this all the time. Go ahead.
Not all in.
Not all in. I saw Goldberg this Monday, and I turned the TV off. I was like,
it's so played out.
Don't know what to tell you. Robbie, I literally was not. I wasn't like half awake, but I was kind of in and out. And I saw, Gunther come out, and then I heard, and I was like, oh God, I can't.
I fell asleep before it came on. It's like I would rather see Brock Lesnar come back than a Goldberg. Goldberg's just not in shape. He's horrible. And
I mean,
he's had his heyday. He's had his heyday. He's done.
Here's the issue that I have with this whole Goldberg Gunther thing. They pulled the belt off of Jay to put it on Gunther for this match.
To get it to Seth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but y'all, we gotta talk about the fact that we're gonna have both Money in the Bank cash-ins this weekend, and that's the whole point of this. They cannot. There's so much thought behind this. There's no way that they're gonna have Jay lose to Seth. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
They've already shredded Gunther's hardcore reputation in the last year, especially since January. So they're not going to do it to him. Something's going to happen where it'll look stupid. It'll be terrible, but Goldberg gets it. And then that's why Seth gets the belt, because we have to get rid of the Money in the Bank briefcases, both of them. So we'll see the black one on Saturday night main event, because that's supposed to be the big deal, because they got to sell it, because we've talked about it before. This is the easy night. It's not for real fans. It's not for real fans. It's for the gentle fans. And that's why Goldberg's on it, because he doesn't have to go hard. And then we'll see Naomi cash in at Evolution. And it's going to be great.
You think it's going to be a 30-second match?
I don't think that.
It has to be, Robbie.
I don't think that's.
Because he can't go longer than that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Bingo.
Or honestly, Goldberg doesn't even get it, and they all come in. And that way Gunther doesn't lose credibility. that
Bret Hart comes out and
I
fucks
think
Goldberg
so.
over,
yeah,
so Seth Rollins can chase
yeah.
it.
I mean, at
Yeah.
this point, they have to make it interesting
Yeah.
because they
See-
cannot afford for Gunther to have another match where he looks weak because that's his shtick. That's his thing, is he's hard.
But how do you do it and keep Gunther strong? If Goldberg can't go longer than 2 minutes,
Interference.
how do you do it to make?
Interference.
Interference, yeah.
Interference.
But see, but the thing is, I don't see it happening Saturday. I see it happening at SummerSlam.
I don't think they want us to think about these Money in the Banks anymore. I think they want Seth to have the strap so he can defend it at SummerSlam.
Against who?
Against
Jay?
who? They're not setting anything up for SummerSlam. I
That's
mean,
the
maybe
point.
Roman or something like that, but like they're not
That's the
setting anything
point.
up.
They've got to do something big now because y'all, we're 4 weeks away from SummerSlam. 25 days from SummerSlam.
I mean,
Yeah.
Paul Heyman did say Roman Reigns doesn't have the balls to come show his face.
Yep.
Exactly. So
I mean-
they're laying that little breadcrumb.
Which is why I
around.
think it's going to happen SummerSlam.
Yep.
I'm gonna piggyback off Stacy then. If you guys think Gunther walks out with the belt, who are they setting up a program for SummerSlam against Gunther then?
Yeah.
It can't be Gunther.
It can't be
It has
Gunther.
to be set.
Right.
That's why it has to happen.
Right, that's what I'm
Saturday night.
saying. You don't think the cash in's gonna happen till SummerSlam? That's why I'm kind of playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, okay. I see where your head's at. Because
I don't-
honestly, well, no.
Seth has to go in carrying the title. He has to.
I think they cash in the men's this weekend.
Mhm.
I think the women's cash in is Naomi on Jade at SummerSlam.
I wouldn't be mad at that because that would be good, but it also knocks Jade down a little bit because you built her up, gave her the Queen of the Ring, got her to SummerSlam, and then you give her the Drew McIntyre treatment. That's not good for her. That's not good for that character.
No, but that'll
like-
kind of kickstart that feud again, where you got the rematches going down the
thing
road.
is, you need to kickstart that feud. That feud's already brewing.
Right,
And
what I'm
it's-
saying.
And
It'll give it some more traction.
especially with Bianca Belair and waiting in the rings to come back. That's going to cook for the next year and some change.
The only match that
WrestleMania.
Gunther can have is with CM Punk. CM Punk comes back and he says that he deserves his shot. And boom, boom, boom.
Well, this CM Punk Seth thing, you also got Roman in the wings.
Roman's got to have a reason to come back.
So what?
Roman's got to have a reason to come back. They're not going to put him. They're not going to put him to Cody. They're not going to put him to Drew. There's nobody else he's coming back for.
Roman.
Seth.
What's he gonna do? Come back
Roman
though and be
got
gone
to
for
have
4 more months?
Bloodline thing.
Seth's
Roman-
got to have the strap for Roman to come back for.
Roman
Roman can come back for this new bloodline thing.
Roman has a
No
reason
way.
as of
They're
Monday
not
night.
hooking him back to the new bloodline. No way.
No.
They're building Jacob too hard. There's no way.
Yeah.
They don't want to dabble in that.
Jacob and Jimmy are taking care of the new bloodline. You cannot.
There's no way. There's no
Why
way
not?
that Jacob and Jimmy themselves are going to be able to deal with that new bloodline thing. No way.
That's fine, but there's other people that you could bring in to make it work. There's plenty of people.
I did see that WWE just trademarked the name Ethan Fatu.
Yeah, exactly. His brother.
Whoever I don't know if it's Lance or Zillow.
Yep.
It ain't gonna be Ethan Page.
Well, Ethan
I
Page
think
is-
that'll
he's
have
just
to
all
be
over
Lance, right? Isn't it Lance? Isn't
Lance,
it
Lance or
Yeah, I
Zillow.
think it's
Either Lance or Zillow.
Yeah, so I mean, like you could do
But
that. Like the bloodline is taken care of. That's SmackDown. That's on the other show.
Yeah.
Roman needs to come back in a main event status, and I think you need to have a build for Roman Reigns. You
If
cannot have
Zillow,
him-
if
Yeah,
Zillow
go ahead.
comes to WWE and they change his name to something else, nobody's gonna follow it. Everybody knows him as Zillow.
Correct. But I mean, they did the same thing with the Hickalayan brother. That just brought back.
Yeah, they messed him up.
It's stupid.
So, Barry, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you on this. Here's why. Roman has a reason to come back now. 2 dudes were taken out on Monday night, Sami Zayn and Jey Uso.
Sure.
Roman has a reason to come back because they're going to start that build to War Games.
You think it'll be the new Shield?
He stole his wise man.
What's that?
Well, I mean,
Here's the
that's a simple
reason
reason to bring him back, but you don't surprise bring him back at SummerSlam. You have him.
They did it
build-
last year. They did it last year.
No, he came back before that.
He came back
No, he
SummerSlam
came back
last year.
SummerSlam last year.
He did it last year.
Yeah, he came back, but I mean, they have to do because and I know we're skipping all over the place a little bit, but
That's okay.
Cena's going to be here one night, and that's this coming Friday, and then we don't see him again until SummerSlam.
Who's Cena?
Yep, Cena's not scheduled for anything but this coming Friday night in Nashville.
Yeah, but that's only 2 weeks away.
And that's 2 weeks, but then it's got that. So we know what's going to happen. That's like no big deal. We've got King of the Ring. We know what that's going to be. Seth has got to have the strap. Seth has got to be against Roman because we've got to take it full circle from the whole reason when we saw the triple turn and everything that happened with Heyman, right? He's got to get his get backs, and that's going to have to be at SummerSlam.
So what do you do with Punk here? Because Punk has to get his get back too.
You'll find something.
I think we're overthinking it. I think honestly, the CM Punk Seth Rollins thing is smack dab in front of us, and we want Roman to come back and deal with Seth Rollins. We still have 2 more matches, I think, out of the CM Punk Seth Rollins thing.
They're screaming CM Punk's name every time somebody comes out, though. Like that whole Karrion Kross shit. They were screaming CM Punk. I think it was Karrion Kross.
That's why it'll be Punk, Seth at SummerSlam, and we get the run in by Reigns. It covers everything at that point.
Yeah.
Right? It covers everything. Because if they're not going to bring him back, and he's not scheduled to be back in the next 2 weeks, we know these waiting.
Mm-hmm.
The run in, the play for him is to come in during the Punk Seth match.
He's not coming back as the tribal chief, though.
No. I mean, I think the tribal chief's nonsense
is done.
I think that's done. I mean, I think they're done with that.
Yeah, they're going to go to new merch. They'll have new everything.
But I do think, like, for a minute, I did feel as though this whole Jacob Jimmy thing that they got going on SmackDown with Solo and everything could use a Roman push.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be easy.
Why would he go back?
Listen, that's what I was thinking. It'll be an easy layup for them to come back to that. Turning it on its ear, I'm more in line to believe that he'll come back for this whole CM Punk Seth Rollins thing because that makes more dollars.
Jacob Fatu is on fire. He is carrying that.
Again, I'm not negating that, but the issue is, Stace, like, you have the issue with Solo and his band. I don't even know what the hell they call it now. But Solo and his crew. And you have
My Family or whatever it's called. Whatever you called it. Yeah.
You have spots to fill on the opposing side of things. And that's where my head was at. Like, obviously Sami Zayn is taken out, so Sami Zayn ain't gonna mess with it. Jay is taken out, so Jay can't mess with it right now. Who on the active roster that we can honestly, realistically see dealing with the likes of a Bronson Reed, dealing with the likes of Solo and the Tongans?
That we've got too many people on the roster as it is. They could do anything.
I mean, that's very well true.
We've signed so many from the actual bloodline that they're just waiting to introduce, right? And when better to do that than SummerSlam? Why hook him into something that he's had to carry for so long that it's finally sustaining on its own? Why hook the star, the main guy, to something that's finally carrying itself without him?
Because it's a soft landing. It's easy. It's right there in front of you.
And they also, I don't think they want to overshadow what Cena's doing with Roman.
Yep.
Cena's losing that title at SummerSlam.
I don't know if he loses at SummerSlam, but I definitely think
SummerSlam.
I think he does.
You think he'll take it from at SummerSlam?
And then he turns face again.
Yeah.
And enjoys the rest of his run.
And Cody turns heel.
Okay, you know what? I'm done.
So we're doing the Cody turns heel already. That's how we're starting with violence.
Listen, Robbie, no disrespect, sir, but I'm gonna need you to get off the line. I'm done with you, sir.
No. Listen, I think Cody. I think Cody does.
Cody, but
what is the appeal with heel Cody? Like, I have to know. What is the appeal?
Because I read this earlier and I sent you guys this in the group chat. They did the whole thing that are aligning to the other thing. And once somebody said in the comments, WWE, and this is what TKO is doing, they are building it to be an adult brand. And we've been talking about that, right? There are kids that follow and kids that love, but they are increasing sales. They are increasing ticket prices, everything. They are trying to build it to be an adult elite brand. And this is what I
Good
know
luck.
about watching so much reality TV.
They don't
And
do
as
live
much as
shows
people
anymore
love
either.
a hero, people enjoy even more watching a hero fall. They love an origin story, and they love a good, solid hero that flips to be a good, solid villain. And that's why, because that is an adult story. That is a compelling reality TV villain hero origin story. And that's why. Because as much as we say we love Cody, and I know it will break the hearts of many, many children, for sure, including one or two of my own, the reality is adults, people love to watch somebody fall. They just do. It's the nature of the beast.
Speaking of the beast, I
I
was
mean,
talking to my brother
I-
today, and he
Yeah.
said WWE needs Brock Lesnar right now. They don't need
No, they
Goldberg.
don't. They don't need Brock.
They need a big name. That would be the biggest shock. That would have people tuning in. I don't think it's going to happen, but
Yeah, they don't need
he's
Brock.
a big draw.
I don't know. I had
But he
friends
ain't
that
no
saw him
Goldberg.
recently that said that he's enjoying his life.
Yeah,
I mean,
Well, I mean,
but
his
here's my
daughter's
deal.
doing big
Here's
things
my
right
deal.
now.
I
You know.
agree with you, Stacy, that it's compelling for storylines and all that kind of stuff. But to make money, you can't shrink your audience. You have to expand your audience. Kids are going to make parents buy the merch. Kids are going to make parents take them to the show. So I mean, while I understand where they were in the Attitude Era, they didn't grow out of like not having kids there and not having that youth element. So like I don't see the appeal of having Cody as a heel for the kids that are there and are already there. Like you're trying to make this a brand that sells video games. You're making the, you know what I mean? Like you're making this a kid like Jay Uso is doing the yeet in the crowd with the kid every day.
Absolutely.
So explain to me how it's going to be an adult brand. Like
I mean, look at
don't
Cena.
disagree with you, but I just don't see it.
he'll sell merch too.
Cena's sending so much merchandise. Every single place he goes, he's got a different new shirt, and he's selling them. They are seeing it happen. And I think we read this not too long ago that they originally talked about Cody turning, right? Rock went to Cody and said, "You're going to turn." He's like, "No." And Cena's like, "I'll do it." And
Well, I mean, Cody kind of posted like some type of subliminal joint on his Twitter.
Yes.
And that's kind of got everybody talking
Yes.
about what's to come. So, thanks, Gerard. So it's being flirted with. I will say that it's being flirted with. I just do not see to Villain's point, and I've sat here on this network and the Executives View network and everybody else everywhere else I talk, and I just don't understand why you would take your cash cow and make them bad.
Right.
They have other cash cows.
Not like Cody, bro.
Karrion Kross just sold more merch than every single one of them except Jay Uso.
Yeah,
and
but
he that barely wrestles.
But Karrion Kross isn't going to show up on ESPN First Take and sell SummerSlam.
He's not doing that.
Let's be honest.
He's not doing the make a wishes and kissing the babies and all that other type of stuff either. He's not doing none of that.
Exactly. He's not going to be on Good Morning America. Like, listen, I love Karrion Kross. I hear you. He sold merch. He's here, and like I love it.
Be here more often.
Like he doesn't have the crossover appeal. There's not enough people that know who he is outside of business.
They turned Cena heel, and he's
after 22 years though.
John Cena's got 20+ years.
22 years of being a face.
Of being
a face. And as a bad guy, nobody
has not been in.
This is why they can turn him face again, because as a bad guy, everybody's just cheering him anyway.
Yeah.
They're not getting the reaction they want.
Cena. It's Cena.
It's not even shades of gray. It's at that point, right? Serious, where like you're talking about like the fans want the fans like who they like. They like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Fans like everybody. You know what I mean? They either really like you or they are vitriol hating you, just like Stacy you mentioned with the Queen. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they either they like you because you're bad, they like you because you're good, or they hate
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
y'all,
all it is.
talking about target our audience, think about it this way. Like we were looking at tickets. When you're looking for your first 3 rows of all of your major PLEs are $5,000 to $10,000 a seat.
Well, they're
Are
all
we,
famous people in the front row.
are we really trying to sell to kids? Are we really, or are we looking at, and this is why, I don't know, because you think about it, we're seeing a lot of people on a lot of mainstream things now, more than we have for a while. I think, we came out of the Attitude Era, we're seeing everything. The reality is we are shifting our target market to more align with boxing, UFC. They're looking for a single man or married, no kids families who have more of a disposable income. And there are always going to be seats that are going to be for all of us that have kids that would want to take our kids, but
And
they
you
are
can't.
all of the floor seats and the main level seats. They are increasing prices every single time, and we're increasing the PLEs and everything.
But that doesn't make any sense for, again, if you're trying to say they're changing how they do business, that's cool. That does not equate to the reason as to why a heel Cody would make more sense.
Because if you think about this, where do they make their money? Y'all, we're talking about seats.
They have to make
They're making
$9.5
their money
billion
in
back.
advertising.
I mean, purchases and stuff like that. Cool.
Advertising
Mhm.
and everything like that. So who cares if I don't bring my kids to a match, if my kids are still asking for 25 t-shirts for Christmas and armbands? I'm still going to
Which,
spend the money.
which
But
is going to be that much in
more
tickets.
mainline
You ain't never lie there, bro.
advertisers. They're getting more mainline advertisers to go to mainstream. I'm telling y'all, I told y'all what was going to happen with WrestleMania, and look, we're back at Vegas next year. I'm telling y'all, the play is that we're trying to get it more mainstream, more of an adultish type show, so that they can have more of the mainline advertisers for the mainline promotions, so that they can make more cash, because that's all the TKO needs right now.
They're talking about putting advertisements on the gear of the wrestlers just so they can make more money.
God, please help me get stop.
It's bad enough that it's on the ring mats.
It's on the
Right.
rings. It's on
Terrible.
the
On the
tables
rings,
now.
on
It's
the
on the
turnbuckle.
tables. It's on
Yeah,
the tables. It's going to be on the
that is
chairs.
ridiculous.
And
That's
guess
ridiculous.
what?
The tables.
We hate it, y'all, because we're old school wrestling fans.
That's
Sure.
it.
A newer mainline fan doesn't really know any different, or a fan that was a fan as a teenager 15 years ago, and they get pulled back in because all their guys come and get together on a Monday night, have a couple beers, and watch Raw together. They're like, oh, that's different. It wasn't like that before. They don't have the level of emotional investment that we do, and that's the money that they're looking for.
I wish they would make the titles like they did back in the day. Seriously, they just look like toys to me.
Yeah,
Especially
but
that
that's
spinner belt.
their toys, right? My
I
daughter's
just-
belt right here. Send me your belt. Give me your belt. Get that of your belt.
Hi, Avery.
I've had so many of them. I bought the kids a lot of them.
Hey, my bestie.
I mean, as a kid, we always wanted these, but it was like they didn't sell them. I'm asking my uncle to make me one, and now that they're out, they're like $400, $500, $600. It's crazy.
This one is only like $5 or something.
Well, she got a good deal on it. So.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, you're done. All right, go.
Maybe I could put some on.
Yeah, she wants mom.
All right, hold on. Don't get rid of her. I got a question.
All right, fine, hold on.
Get a couple autographs on that thing, and you're cooking with bacon grease. You're good to go.
Exactly. All right, go ahead.
Avery, since you're here, we got a question for you. And Stacy wanted to talk about this, and she kind of gave me a good segue. Speaking of making money, Women's Evolution. You excited for that this Sunday? Who's gonna tell me your thoughts? Give me a couple matches you want to see.
So you want to see Mommy and Io, right?
No, I actually want to see Roxanne Perez.
She I told you she's got a thing for Roxanne now.
I ain't mad at that though. Is
I know.
Roxanne turning or no? Is she still gonna be a heel?
She's a heel, but she loves Roxanne Perez.
You gonna
She's
turn?
playing the video game with Roxanne Perez now.
Oh, that's
All
crazy.
the time.
That a
All the
girl.
time. So you want Roxanne and Raquel to win to keep the belts, right?
No, I just want Roxanne to keep it. I want Liv to turn on Raquel.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
Look at that.
It
I
She's
love
flowed
already
it.
Judgment
she's
Day.
booking. She's
I think
booking.
Liv Morgan's injury was
I
a
love
work.
it. I love it.
That was
You
that
think
was
it was a
work.
work?
That was a
I
work.
think her injury
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely
I
a
don't know.
work.
that was a
She
work.
she dislocated her shoulder. I've dislocated. I got 2 broken collarbones, and I'm moving around no problem. I didn't
Yeah,
have
that
to have
was a work.
surgery. I had surgery on my stomach.
Problem
That's
was
about
the
it.
leg.
And I'm still
Yeah,
moving around.
unbelievable. But you still want to see mommy win, right? You want to see mommy win the belt.
No one
Right?
wants to see
No,
mommy no more. I'm
no
tired of her.
one is no.
Hey!
No.
Watch your mouth. Watch your
Time for her to
mouth.
put some other people over.
Yeah,
I
herself.
think Paige is coming back,
I keep hearing that float around, man. I
and
just
maybe AJ Lee. But I think
Maybe AJ, right? I saw
I,
AJ working with Punk.
I would be
Probably
more inclined to
work.
see AJ come
they
back than they would
they said
than Page.
the only people there's 2 people that can get AJ to come back. I forgot the one, but the other one was Roxanne Perez
Bailey.
that can convince or Bailey, yeah, to get her to come back because they're like tight.
I'll convince Bailey to do anything.
I mean, but she's happy doing her comic thing and
Yeah,
whatever else she's doing. So, but that would be cool because they're bringing back all the older people
sure.
like Brie, this one and this one. Like we want to see. I mean, I think everybody would go crazy for Paige because she hasn't been around in a while, but definitely
Yeah.
AJ Lee.
Everybody wants AJ Lee. They were waiting
AJ comes
for
back, that place is gonna explode.
Rumble.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
if they're not selling tickets for it, man, offer a good number.
See, but that's how you sell the tickets. If you preempt her, you build her up. Like you say,
Yeah.
she's coming, right? Because
Yeah.
we got to talk about it. Tickets aren't being sold, so why wouldn't you get AJ on the card beforehand so that people want to show up? I think
don't know how
we
they-
talked about it. Like they're spreading themselves so thin, right, Rob? And
Yes.
Casey, we talked about it.
Yes.
You got the bash, you got main event, and then you got like 3 events in the same city in one weekend, and Beyonce. I mean, you know what I mean? Like the Beehive is out in force, so it's just.
I just did that.
I don't know what they're doing, man. They're spreading themselves way too thin.
I don't know how they don't sell these tickets faster for Evolution because I'll tell you what, them women put on banger ass matches.
They can't. They've
can't-
tapped
you
out
gotta
of
pick
city.
one.
They've tapped out of city. There's too much going on. They've
Yeah.
tapped it out. There's nobody left.
And the PLEs are way too close to each other.
Oh yeah, we
Like,
talked
the-
about that several times.
like when SummerSlam in 2.5, 3 weeks.
Yep.
after Evolution, yeah.
Yep.
SummerSlam is the first week in August.
Now, just
Yeah.
imagine if it was still pay per view. You think people are going to pay $60 for every single one of them? Hell no.
Oh no,
We did.
God, no.
We
I
did.
mean, thank
I
God-
mean, we
thank
did.
God that
We
happened.
did.
Yeah, we did. Well, I don't know.
And the, and the 2 minute and the 1 minute Mike Tyson matches.
Hey, for every one of them, Robbie. Every one of them.
Channel 101.
No, my dad would be pissed.
All right, Stace. Take it. Go. Do your thing. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, oh, gosh, there's so much. Haven't I said so much already? I think I'm excited when it comes to Evolution about the Battle Royale. I'm so excited. I can't wait for Stephanie. It's going to be beautiful. I think, I don't know. I'm really worried about Evolution. I think that the fact that it's not selling because it can't. I mean, if you look up hotels right now for Atlanta, there's nothing.
Well, Beyonce is there for 2 days.
There's nothing. There's so much going on, and so the women are really going to put their all into this, and it's going to be a banger. Like it's going to be so fire to watch the whole thing. And thank God that it's a PLE because they're going to be wrestling to like 8,000 people, right?
Yeah.
But it's still going to be one heck of a show. I think we're going to see incredible stuff. I'm excited about the Battle Royale most of all because they're going to get a lot of people in that I think have a chance. Like we're going to have some ladies that we've barely seen recently.
Stephanie.
We're going to have some crossovers. It's going to finally be nice. I like the tag team set. It's going to be great. Kabuki Warriors back. I think that was a nice little touch on Monday night. Asuka's getting quite a big of a pop right now, and that's exciting. They probably had to do that just because wow, I almost said EO and I can't remember because Kyrie's getting a little bit of heat because of Liv getting injured. I think if Liv getting injured is a work, it was a terrible work because you can't put out publicly that she's out till the end of the year because of her injury and then her show up less than a month later.
I don't think she's coming back. I don't think she's coming back until
SummerSlam.
in end of the year.
I
Because
think
the thing
we'll
is,
see
like,
Survivor Series.
here's the thing, Stace, and again, we've all said this, several times. The WWE loves to recycle old
Of
patterns
course.
and storylines, and we done seen this with Dom and Judgment Day a gazillion bajillion times. So we know how this is going to end up.
Yeah, she lost him how she got him, right?
Correct.
She took Dom from Rhea, and now Roxanne's going to take him from her,
Take
and
you out.
we're going to see the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready for that.
Yeah. I really hope Charlotte and Alexa takes the belt. I
That'd be
really
funny.
do. That'd be
be
great. I think they could have pure comedy together.
That'd be
Those
funny.
two together is going to be really fun to watch.
Yes.
As much as I would like to see Roxanne and Raquel keep the belts, just so that the Judgment Day can have the belts without Liv, I think it's better to move the belts on to two people that can actually defend it every week. Because when's the last time these belts have been defended?
Yes.
It's been a joke.
Well, I mean, that's the issue I had with them putting the straps back on the men's Judgment Day. I had that.
I didn't mind that. It's just that
I hated that.
You know our issue. There should be only one belt.
Yep.
At this point, there should only be one.
Yep.
And it's on SmackDown. But
Didn't they just give?
Good.
Sorry, didn't they just give the belt to Roxanne Perez just to fill in for
Yes.
Liv?
Correct.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I don't mind.
Like they did last year with Naomi.
correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So
Rinse and repeat.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's why I don't think it's a work. Like I don't feel like they would go to the well too often. But honestly, the match that listen, obviously, mommy, because I'm Mr. Ripley at heart. Even though I am the $1 million man today. I quietly want to see Jordan Grace and JC Jane. I kind of like I like that build that they're doing over there in NXT, and I'm kind of anxious to see that match. But I agree. I think the Battle Royal is probably going to be the highlight, just because you're going to get, maybe that's where you get AJ, maybe that's where you get Paige. You get Nikki and Belt and their sister, right? Like maybe you get them both back. Maybe you get Lita. Who knows? There'll be a lot of fun.
They just hired Shayna Baszler back.
Well, Shayna Baszler was doing backstage stuff for
producer.
Be a writer, producer.
Yeah,
she was the
I
producer.
think maybe you get a couple TNA ladies in there.
Yep.
I think that's a good spot for some TNA girls to get some shine in there. TNA's been doing a really good job on NXT. I'm really happy with what they're doing on NXT. I mean, obviously, because I believe. I believe.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
You can't stop that, man.
Yeah, I know. You gotta let that run. Wave your hands.
I'm so proud of this dude though, because he's actually paying attention to this stuff. I think he closet watches this stuff.
That's right.
Way to go, J-Rod.
We got on timer.
I think TNA is in a really good spot to really get a couple ladies in that match.
Yep.
I think as a whole, I think the card is actually pretty good. Even with a really short build time, I think the card is good. I just wish they gave it time to build. Trish and Tiffany.
I'm mad at that.
That's gonna cook.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that though. I'm mad at that. I need to.
Why?
The thing is, I needed a bigger build for that. And the thing is, for me, I've said this before. In order for me to be emotionally invested, I have to have a fear that the championship could change hands. And with this particular match, there is no way Tiffany loses.
I mean, how great would it be though if Naomi cashed in, took the strap, and then it's her versus Jade at SummerSlam? That's the play for this.
Yeah.
I mean,
that would be fire.
Proceed with caution, man. Proceed with caution.
I don't think they would put it on Jade because she's still green.
She's changing colors a little bit, bro.
She's getting better. She's getting better, but
getting a lot better. I think her finishes are a little wonky, Rob, but I think from where she was a year ago to right now, you've seen a nice progression in her matches.
I think her TNA, her AEW she didn't get enough training and help from like people with more experience. She just
Exactly.
they went for a look and like because they are garbage over there. Look at all the botches.
But they didn't need to do anything
Yeah, they-
to train her up because they just threw her out there, said
Mhm.
figure it out, and that was it. Like, okay, this is enough, and that's not enough in the show. That's not enough in WWE,
Mhm.
and it got exposed really quickly.
That's why they put her in a
so-
performance center.
Yeah, and they put her with Bianca so she could, build up. And I
Yeah.
think, like, I was pleasantly surprised with her match at Mania. I thought the best match, she had really two good matches. One against Nia Jax. We all said
That was really
was
good.
a really
That
good
was
match.
really good.
great
And
for both
that
of
was-
them.
Both of those women worked.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the triple threat match to get into the qualifier was damn good with her and Piper, who I'll say it again on this show,
Love her.
doesn't get enough love.
Love
Piper
her.
Nevin works her behind off.
I
Love
hate
her.
the fact that she is this comedic character that is paired with Chelsea Green. I need her to get
I
away.
didn't
from
like
Watch
her
your mouth
character
about my
before.
Chelsea Green right now.
I know. Listen,
I
I
said what I said.
love
Well,
Chelsea
well,
Green.
I said what I said.
They need to put Chelsea Green up against Penta again.
Oh, and I
Those
can't-
matches
I
were
can't say that.
insane.
She don't want to do it. She don't want to
Those
do it. But I
matches
would
were
love it. I would love
insane.
it.
I'm trying to say it again.
She don't want to do it, but I would love it.
His issue, Stace. His issue. My statement is not to throw shade on Chelsea Green.
I know.
I think she's one hell of a performer. I just like when these women that can stand on their own and work have the ability to stand on their own and work. And right
No,
now,
there's not
she's
enough
so
time for that.
attached.
There's not
There-
enough
there's-
time for that,
There
serious.
isn't. There's not
Here's
only
the
not
thing,
enough
hold on,
time.
hold on.
There's a
It's-
wealth of talent, and they tried. Piper tried to do it on her own for a while, and they could not find a niche or a home for her. They tried to find a space for her before they put her with Chelsea, and they couldn't get her over. She was losing everywhere. Like she just looked like a
But she's
jobber.
over now. Like,
But she's over
over
because
because of her.
it accomplished the mission. Now let's
But
move
see,
on.
here's the deal,
No.
serious. There's only so much TV time that you can get. Like you
Yep.
got to be fair. Like
Yep.
TV time is precious, and now a 3-hour show is condensed to 2 hours now on
Back to two.
SmackDown.
Rightfully
Yep.
so.
It's back to 2 hours, right? They cut people that should still be in the show right now.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of time to give Piper her own segment.
Oh,
Like
No.
Zelina Vega had the strap. She had her own segment, and you had to get her out of there because it wasn't working. So I like the fact. Listen, and I said it about Chelsea Green. Chelsea got not a raw deal, but when they had that dumpster match and she had the trash put on her, she could have definitely taken that and got lost in the shuffle. She embraced it
Mhm.
and she got rewarded for it, and she's over now, and she's got 2 other people over with her. You gotta give her. I love that. I love it.
And the reality is, if you think about SmackDown, sorry, Aaron, serious. I'm being serious about this. The reality is, if you look at SmackDown as a whole, when we have the top tier men's tag team talent, that they are literally bringing 4 tag teams on the screen at the same time. To Villain's point,
Mhm.
like they are on fire, and they can't even give the tag team guys enough matches when
No.
it was 3
Because
hours.
they're not placed correctly. Take some of them off, put them over on Raw.
Agreed,
Yeah,
but they're
well,
not going to
but-
do that right now because they're trying to get Wyatt 6 over. And the only
Yeah,
way they
start-
do that is all the other tag team guys are carrying it. But there's
Start
not
putting 'em
enough
on it.
time for the quality of talent.
start putting them over in TNA to do a crossover. Something.
Yeah,
You got to, but you got. I mean, the lower
That's not
the
a
tag team,
terrible idea. That's not a terrible idea.
and get them over there, and then let them come back. But with the pay
They're
per
already
view being
over,
4 or
but
5
give 'em time.
matches,
Help them build up TNA. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you keep Piper there for a while and then you slowly build it up. Like she can have her own. I mean, we've seen it work with Bloodline. Why can't she still stay with Chelsea Green but have her own individual? I mean, that's the play.
Because I just don't see them doing that as long as she's with Chelsea Green.
But right
And
now,
again-
what are they going to do with Chelsea Green? I mean,
Chelsea
they just
Green-
put Alexa is on fire.
I guess
And
so.
they're putting her with Charlotte to help Charlotte get to be a face, right?
And that's the thing. There's a purpose for that, though.
Yep.
Like they're just not arbitrarily saying, you know what, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, you get together because we don't know what to do with you. Alexa Bliss is about to turn Charlotte face.
Mhm.
Of
There's a
course.
purpose for that.
Mhm.
And I hope they get the straps on this weekend, but another conversation another day. But they're about to turn Charlotte face.
Mm-hmm.
So that pairing makes sense. If we're talking about Piper Nevin being good enough to go on her own and being overlooked and all this other type of stuff, the reason why she's overlooked is because she's attached to Chelsea Green. In order for her to get her shine, she needs to break away from that.
I'm
She's not
gonna give you
overlooked.
one name that I'm gonna give you two. Why it has to happen? Bailey. How many times, y'all, have we talked about that she is an amazing wrestler? Her promos, and I know I won't talk bad because the errands will come at me. But they had to attach her to this because they could not get her enough in the last year and a half, right?
Sorry, Aaron. I think Bailey's trash. Not a
Oh.
fan. Not a fan.
Thank you. Thank you. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to
Wasn't
go.
me.
It's time for him to go.
Wow.
How dare he step on Bailey's session? And
Just not a fan. If she was the hugger, Bailey, maybe, but she's
Bailey Cakes is it. You gotta be fair here. Listen, I love that segment. The three of those two are really working together.
I love
Yes.
And they're helping each other.
Correct.
Both of them are helping Becky be a good heel, and they're all helping Lyra get over the way she needs to get over. And Bailey's got something to do that sink her teeth into, so they're helping each other.
Yes,
I love it.
Agreed. But think about it. When was the last time she was attached to something big?
Who, Bailey?
Yep.
Last year, last WrestleMania.
WrestleMania when she beat the old Sky and broke away from.
Wait, didn't she get left out of WrestleMania this year?
Last SummerSlam, where she lost to Nia.
She lost. No. I'm going back. I'm going back to WrestleMania 40 when she broke away.
I agree. Yeah, sure.
She broke away
Y'all think about that though. Think of how much big talent we've brought in since then. You got to get in where you fit in, right? That's
they're
what
using all these, like they're using Becky Lynch, Bailey, I think a little bit of Rhea now as enhancement talent for these newer girls like Stephanie Bakure. Yeah, just to get all these ladies over now. So
my man sounds like Lou Vega singing Mambo number 5.
But I think that's the way you build it up. Like I think their rivalries will get a little stale. Yep. So now you can interject some fresh blood. I love Julia with the belt. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I think it's too soon, but I love it.
Than Selena Vega with the Selena Vega suck with the belt. So
Stephanie Bakure is going to be a champion soon.
Oh, she needs that IC strap, Robbie. Like and I was mad because I'm like, where the hell is she? Where's she been? But I guess she's hurt. Like Stacy, had to calm me down because I was getting upset. La Primera.
La Primera.
But like, because it's like I was getting mad. Why would you bring her up? Drop the belts. She had both belts. She had the North American and the NXT belt. Drop them both, and then you bring her to Raw to fridge her. I'm like, what are you doing? But if she's legit her, she's legit her. But like, her Money in the Bank performance was really good. So
the fact that she had 3 matches in 2 days, superb.
But y'all think about that. She's hurt. She's hurt, right? They need to give her a break. You're right, Aaron. How many matches did she have in 2 days?
3
in 1 day.
3.
She had 3 matches in 2 days.
She had 3 matches in 2 days.
2 matches in 1 day.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So look at all of our wrestlers that are actually legitimately hurt right now. Because they are all going so hard because it's Lord of the Flies right now.
I think they're just not built that good because back in the day, them wrestlers used to wrestle twice a day, 3 times a day, every day.
Yeah,
but
never get hurt. Never get hurt.
Steroids and cocaine does that for you.
And lots of liquor.
Steroids and cocaine.
Triple H better start giving out some advice.
I got something. I got something I want to say, Jared. Please, if you will. That is not trash.
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly.
She looks like Grimace.
I know. Shame, Robbie. Shame.
He said Grimace, bro.
Stop calling her Grimace. You look like the fucking Kool-Aid Man right now with that red shirt you have on.
Oh
Bailey, Bailey in white pants will save lives. Okay.
Yes.
White jeans saves lives.
My tribal cheeks.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jesus saves, and so does
Hey, yo, my son started saying that to me the other day, man. I about died.
that a boy.
I about
Mm.
died.
That a boy. All right, guys, we're just about an hour into this thing. This has flown by. Going to go around the room. Give us one thing that you want to see happen for the weekend. Robbie, we'll start with you.
I want to see Paige and AJ Lee come back.
Okay, that's a bold prediction for both.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see at least one happen. So if you hit 50-50 on that, that's awesome. Barry, what you got?
I want to see Jordynne Grace finally get over and get the belt.
Yes. Yeah. I
think
like
it's
that.
time.
I like that.
I think it's time.
Okay, serious. Go ahead. You're going to do something different. You're going to stick with that.
You know what? I was gonna go Jordan Grace, but I need to find out what LA Knight's about, and I like this matchup that he has right now.
I do too. You need to talk about that really fast.
I think really, if we're talking about LA, if we're talking about matches that'll get people over or whatever the case may be, not that LA Knight needs it now. I understand, Bad Serious. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
If anybody needs a win over somebody, it's LA Knight.
Yeah,
I know
I really
that.
hope they don't let him get buried by Seth Rollins again.
Is it clean or is it schmaz?
Hold on, we'll get there. Stacy.
I mean, I can't wait for Stephanie to win the Battle Royal.
Okay.
I want her. If she's healed enough and she's ready to go, I think she's the play for SummerSlam. I think she's
You
hot.
almost have to.
She's
have to.
hot right now.
Yeah, she's scorched earth. You have
And
to put
she's
her
good
on
in the
there.
ring.
She's right.
You guys never disappoint. All right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question before we roll.
Go ahead.
Does Rhea Ripley get the belt this weekend or no?
She better
I
not.
hope so.
No.
Why?
It is time for her to put over other talent.
She's
Out with the old in with the new.
She's in a program with Io Sky. How much over does Io Sky need to get?
She
The
dropped
rate-
the belt to Io. How much over?
The
How
rate that Rhea's
do?
going, she's going to have more title reigns than Cena by next fall.
For
And
real.
Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not artificial. Like she's that damn good.
Yeah, it wasn't
You
every
have-
3 days.
You have enough women in that division that deserve to have that strap. Rhea doesn't need it. She's over.
Where do you go? Where do
organic-
you go with her? Where do you go?
Anywhere. She can go anywhere. That's how
She don't
over
need a
she is.
belt. She don't need a belt.
Okay,
But
I have to say
she needs a
something
match
about
at
Rhea.
SummerSlam.
I read something the other day, and it brought tears to my eyes that Trippa just has such a heart for her, that he loves her so much because he reminds him so much of China. And I was like,
I can see that.
I'm here for that. He's like doing right by Rhea to make up for his
I can see that.
wrongs with China. And
I
I
don't
was
think
like,
it's like
I
making
was
up
in
for his
tears
wrongs.
about that, y'all. It like my
Right.
heart. Urgh.
Well, maybe
Okay.
he'll put her in the Hall of Fame this year.
He'll induct her
Hey,
for
if he
2
has such a
hours.
heart there, come on. Have a
doesn't-
set of balls and
Hey,
put her where
Robbie,
she belongs.
he doesn't have a play for that anymore. TKO's making all those choices.
I know, but
I
still,
mean-
he's got to have some say.
I don't
If
think
she
he has a
doesn't-
whole lot to say anymore.
If she
Listen,
drops the belt, where does she go? Where does she go at to get a match at SummerSlam? Because you can't leave her off the card.
Why can't you?
Oh, yeah, there's no.
They're
Because
not leaving her out.
You
How
know
many
why
times-
we're not going to leave her out, Aaron? I'll tell you why. For one
Cut it,
reason.
Jared, get it.
Because
Get
they
it.
haven't built any matches between now and 2 weeks from now, and they know they can throw her in anything in the last minute and it'll sell. And that's what this is, because we don't have anything built for SummerSlam, and that's why she'll have a big match, because she fills seats.
I'm not saying she shouldn't be on the card. I'm saying why couldn't she be left off? So this is the point I'm trying to make. I've
Why
told you
can't
this
she?
100
Because she's the biggest female star in the business. That's why.
Yeah.
Hold up. Where is he? I can't find his ass. I was gonna pull him off so I could talk. I always tell you guys this. I think they should defend their belts on every PLE.
Right.
If you can leave someone with a strap off of your cards, you can leave anybody off, in my opinion. That's that's the only point I'm trying to make.
When was the last time Io Sky defended the strap?
She hasn't.
That's the big problem.
That's the thing.
She has not defended it since WrestleMania.
It was Mania.
Mhm.
But
No, she
Remember
defended it. Didn't she defend it on Raw?
it was
It was just a match.
Right.
It was just a match.
That was the match. That was the match. That was it.
Yep.
Didn't they have
it.
a
Here's
Night
the-
of
here's-
Champions back in the day?
I mean,
Yeah.
She hasn't
Remember
wrestled.
that gimmick, Robbie, that you used to defend all the belts at Night of Champions? Remember that gimmick?
I was going to just say, the old school Night of Champions, every title was defended.
That's
Yeah.
how it should be. I'm sorry.
It should be. But here's
You got a belt, defend it.
Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. It's not going to be a clean win for Io. Bianca's going to interfere, and that's how they're going to get her on SummerSlam. Bianca versus Mom.
I'm okay with that.
That's what happens.
Aaron.
Listen, I know, serious. You're upset because you know I'm on to something.
I don't like that though. Like, I mean,
We don't like your hat either, but we're still dealing
I
with
know, but we still tolerate you.
Snapback.
I don't like that idea. Like,
So what?
I don't. It's
Then who?
Why not?
Okay,
You can't be at a loss for words right now. Why not?
yeah, exactly. What are we talking about? What are we
Why
talking
not?
about? Because you're going to have Io Stephanie at SummerSlam. You're going to have probably Jade, Trish, not Trish, Tiffany.
Jay Naomi.
Yeah, or Jade Naomi, or maybe it's a triple threat. Who knows? We'll see what they do. I think it'd be better as a triple threat, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
But then, like, what do you have Mommy do? Like, what do you like? Your biggest female star. Seriously, your biggest female star.
I don't think they run Bianca Belair and Mommy. I think they have a better shot around Bianca Belair and Io, and go Mommy Stephanie.
That'd be a good match.
It's too early
It
for
would be
that.
a good match. I would rather Mommy and Stephanie be a tag team.
Well, I mean, why would you put your two of your strongest females together in a tag team?
Why not?
Because it would be
Bianca
unfair.
and Jade, right?
That's like playing against me in fantasy football. It's unfair.
I mean, playing against you in fantasy football is like
it would just
irrelevant.
be unfair.
You're going to be in an over 18 league this time, not playing.
Yeah,
against
exactly. Yeah, you're not dealing.
It's like
You're not
Katie
dealing with
Ledecky.
5-year-olds here. Serious. You're talking about real people. You're going to play.
Cool.
You know,
Gotta
like
go down.
the
Gotta go down.
Madden beginner level. Okay.
He said
this-
Madden
I was going to say, you're
level.
not playing in a Madden league, are you?
yeah.
No, he's still playing. He's still playing Tecmo Bowl.
That
Yeah,
game
exactly.
was awesome.
Exactly. And,
I
and
love
he
that
only and he only picks Bo Jackson too.
Bo Jackson was
So
very
Oh, geez.
or
cloud
Barry.
news over here.
Roger
No,
Craig.
but I mean, like, I would love for Mommy and La Primera to form a tag and take those belts.
I don't think your heart can handle that.
I mean, listen, I got some pills upstairs that
Jesus Christ.
bring my blood pressure down. So it's all about regulating my pressure.
At least we know Barry wouldn't roll out of bed.
Yeah, I know. I'd be a peg. Stop halfway. But, sorry, Stacey.
We start calling Barry the tripod, Jordan.
Yeah, exactly.
Quickly.
Exactly. But God, oh my God!
Make sure you drink enough water. We don't want you to get a stiff
Myself off
neck.
a camera for a minute here.
Daddy, chill.
You might need to mute it too.
Oh, God. Thank God my wife went upstairs. No, but seriously, like I would love those two to be in a tag team together. But I agree. La Primera needs a singles run with a belt. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a good match for SummerSlam. Sirius may disagree, but I think it goes.
I hate the fact that Bianca Belair would come back against Rhea. I would like that to be more Io because I think Io retains.
Sure. But I think then you're going to interject Mommy into that match again because she'll
It the first time. Why not run it back the second time?
Yeah, that's exactly what will happen. So it's like, what are we doing here?
So do we think Bianca's coming back this weekend then for Evolution to be ready for a SummerSlam match?
I think she's in the Battle Royal.
Battle Royal.
I think we're going to get a lot of surprises and have a much clearer picture after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See where it's
they're gonna
going
have
through
to
to
do something 'cause we
SummerSlam.
don't have enough and we're 2 weeks out.
Yep.
For two
Yeah.
nights.
What do you
Two
guys
nights.
think? Do we reconvene the Wednesday night before SummerSlam?
Of course.
Of course. What type of question is that?
Yeah, why are you asking? We're asking silly questions. Like,
Come on, Aaron.
Are you,
it's-
Aaron,
the
are you going to
daily update.
SummerSlam?
We'll invite
I
Aaron.
don't know.
We'll invite Sirius too if he wants to come.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. See, I just messed Jared's flow up. See how he moved everybody back where they're supposed to be?
Good man, Charlie Brown.
All right. Guys, anything else? We're going to bounce out of here. What else you got for me?
Goldberg, please make it quick.
Go away. Go far.
I think he loses the match before he comes down the ramp.
Yeah, I think he pulls every bone, every muscle in his body.
Villain started sweating listening to that theme song.
I think it's Cena Cody fast.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Make it stop. Just make it stop.
Yep.
My man's gonna tear this yo during his entrance.
And I feel bad for Gunther. But I'm happy. I'm happy about. I agree. Listen, I think Seth has done a great job having matches with people and getting them over. I cannot wait for him in LA Knight.
Before we go, man, we didn't even mention the fact that Randy Orton is fighting Drew McIntyre.
I was about to say that too. I'm here for that too.
Yeah,
Orton won that match.
I mean, y'all think about it though. We have none of our top tier people. Saturday Night Main Event. We don't have Cody. We don't have Cena.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have Roman Reigns back yet.
But you got good matches.
Yeah, they're great matches, except for the last one. They're great matches.
What?
See, prove my point. You can have a show without Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, but it's the baby show. They're doing it again to go mainstream. It's
mainstream.
Yeah, it's mainstream. The whole point is to get more advertisers. That's why we're back to Saturday Night Main Event.
I hope we see a sharpshooter.
What's the over under on endorsements on the ring? Are we at 9?
No, the over under on commercial breaks.
Golly, there's gonna be an hour and a half for commercials.
Too many.
2 hours.
Don't forget the pre-show.
43 minutes.
Yeah, the pre-show. I think at least the over under is 11 and a half commercial breaks.
That's about right.
I remember the one pay-per-view I went to watch it.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And it was like 7 hours, 6.5 hours, the whole thing with the pre-show and this and that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell?
It's 43 minutes is total time for the
They had a commercial break. They had a commercial break 10 minutes left at 9:05 Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Like they gave Logan Paul and Jey Uso literally 10 minutes to cook.
Yep.
I can't stand Logan Paul.
I mean, that's what we're going to see.
I'm
we're going
glad
to see
he's-
him
I'm
built
glad
into
he's gone.
something for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
He'll be back.
Logan Paul, please go just OD on Prime. And
Didn't his lady just have a baby?
Yeah, they had a baby, but he'll be back for SummerSlam.
Yeah, they had.
Wait, who had a baby?
His wife.
His wife, yeah, his
Logan
lady.
Paul? Oh yeah, that's right. I don't care. So yeah, congratulations. I'll be nice.
I mean, I'm just going to say this for what it's worth, and I know how we feel about him. But when you've got everybody on every platform that they can do making a point of saying something about Logan Paul, if that doesn't support what they're trying to do to mainstream it, I don't know what it is.
His baby has Prime logos all over its clothing right now.
Yeah, but they're talking about him, but they're not talking about him because he's really good. They're talking about him because they have to talk about him.
They
I know.
want
If
his,
you're
they
hearing
want
Randy
his
Orton
star power.
and Cena and Cody all saying something in interviews about something completely different, that out of nowhere they're all three dropping his name and talking about what an amazing wrestler he is.
No, he's not. He's a performer. He's not a wrestler.
He's good in the ring, but WWE wants him for his followers.
Yeah, they want him for his spot because he's not great in the ring. He's a one-trick pony. He does
He's okay.
3-4 spots a match. The thing that he does off the rope, it's been done before. There's footage of that. You know what I mean? He's not original. He just does a couple moves and that's it. Like he's
athletic.
Tell a story in the ring. Yeah, he's athletic. That's it. You know what I mean? He's not like they want to try to say he's like Shawn Michaels. He's not. He's not like Shawn Michaels. He can't tell a story in the ring. Shawn Michaels can wrestle a broomstick in the ring and put the broomstick over.
That's what they were saying. Shawn Michaels is probably the best
over.
in-ring performer you could be in the ring with.
Not probably. There's no
it.
probably, by the way, Robbie. There's no probably.
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of his, but
Oh,
wait, what? Cut
he was
him out.
good. He was good. I mean, he was
I'm not
okay.
blaming him out there, but
Cut
you
him
got
out.
Shawn Michaels. He got
Cut him out.
Robbie, that's 2 strikes. First you said Bailey's trash. Now you don't like Shawn Michaels.
Listen, you want me to
Jerry.
keep going?
You'll be banned. You'll be
Listen,
banned, sir.
erroneous.
Banned.
Erroneous. Shawn Michaels is the greatest performer I've ever seen in my life.
I think Hulk
Villain,
Hogan was.
Villain, you
That's
my
my
guy.
opinion.
Wait, what? What?
What? Wait,
He's
You
just
said
what?
my
Hulk Hogan?
favorite wrestler. Just my favorite wrestler.
What did
Hulk
he say?
Hogan's your favorite. That's valid, but to say he's a better performer, come on, we gotta be fair. We gotta be
Well,
fair.
you
No.
watch his Japanese matches. He can wrestle.
Who?
Who?
Hulk
Allegedly.
Hogan, when he was in Japan, he actually wrestled.
Did he say
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan?
yeah, when he had the white trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, Shawn Michaels could always wrestle.
I'm
You know what I mean?
okay. All right.
My brain's starting to hurt too. So, Jared, save us. Before anything, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We will reconvene 2 weeks. We'll put the
Yep.
time out.
23rd.
We will do our SummerSlam preview show. Hopefully, Justin's with us. We'll go from there. But everybody, thank you so much for hanging out and stick around with us. Sirius, you want to go ahead one more time with our?
Yeah, man. Just for those of you guys that were targeted to the party, man, we are starting a fantasy football listeners league. First come, first serve, man. We got some spots to fill. $30 buy-in. Either Justin, either Aaron or myself will get you guys the buy-in information. It's going to be on ESPN. Again, it's that time of year. It's that time of year, man. So football's in the air. I smell it. I feel it. I taste it. And the Bills are gonna get their tails kicked when they play Pittsburgh. So be on.
Yeah. So he thinks he's still here. I'm sorry.
We're gonna be posting this on both of our social media platforms. And if the need so calls for it, we will create a second one. But come on in, man. Join us. We're gonna be talking about it throughout the year on both platforms, man. So let's have some fun.
All right, Jared, get us out of here, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Alright, y'all. It's another Nonsense and Deep Thoughts podcast.